Welcome to Best EDC channel. My name is Thomas, and today I will talk to you about some cool features of carbon steel knives that you can use. So basically, as you might notice at first look, these knives, most of them, have black blades. So how did I do that? So how I achieved that? Well, basically the answer is I used vinegar, which is a very common method, and this is a very good method and cheap one. However, the effect will not be very long lasting because it's just vinegar, nothing serious, no chemicals, special chemicals are used here, so vinegar is quite safe. You can just boil it in the electric kettle or in a pot, but please bear in mind that the vinegar really stinks, so you will need to open all the windows, or you can do it outdoors. That would be the best idea, to heat vinegar and then to use some kind of container. It might be a bottle or something deep in which you can you can store your knife and then pour vinegar into it and cover it with this beautiful black coating. So a few tips. First of all, you need to clean the knife, so you need to use water, maybe some soap or white spirit to remove all the possible stains of grease and dirt, and then when it's clean you can heat the vinegar in, as I'm saying, the electric kettle, but then you need to bear in mind that vinegar might get out of your kettle, so you need to be careful. You can just heat it but not boil it, and then you just pour it into the container. You put the knife inside. Don't worry about the handle, I tested it and it's harmless, so it does not do any harm to any of those handles that are made of very resistant plastics. So as you can see, you just need to clean them after this operation and they should be fine. So I usually put it like for an hour into the container with vinegar that is hot. Then the reaction starts. There are some bubbles, so the more bubbles, the faster the reaction goes. And then after an hour, when the vinegar is almost cool, you can just clean the knife with a piece of paper and then repeat the operation. So you can do it twice or even 3 times, so it will be like 3 hours in hot vinegar per each knife, and then you get this beautiful effect. As you can see, almost black. You need to bear in mind that it's a cheap method. It won't be very long lasting because when you use knife, the coating will be scrapped, and after some time you'll need to repeat the whole procedure, but it looks great. It does not reflect the sunbeams, so it's rather for the looks. Some people say that it also protects from rust, and it's partially true, because it will partially protect your blade, but of course it's always good to, when you use knives with carbon steel at least, to have them dry in the sheath. So remember always to put dry knife made of carbon steel into the sheath instead of wet one and dirty one. It's sometimes hard to remember, but it's crucial. You need to take care of carbon steel all the times. So which knife was the best when it comes to putting the coating on it? I think it was Hultaforce, this one. It easily took it, and the coating is almost black. It's pretty good, as you can see, one of my favorite knives. The other one was Mora HD Companion, pretty good as well. I had problems with this one, the new Mora Pro C. It spent the longest time in vinegar, but finally the effect is pretty cool. And of course there's one more thing to mention, that as soon as you remove it after the last bath in the vinegar, well, you need to immediately remove the black dirt from the knife, and then it's recommended to put some grease on it and leave it like that for a while, and then clean it, and the effect will be even better. It will be like polished and it will preserve beautiful color. So that's my tip. It's good to do that, and it won't rust, because as soon as you remove it from the hot bath, it might be covered immediately with some stains, some spots, and even rust. So it does not protect from rust totally, it just partially protects from rust, but it gives a beautiful look. And so the problem that I had was this knife, which wasn't very willing to react with vinegar. It's SK5 steel, as some people say, or W1, I think that's the equivalent. It was very difficult to find it on YouTube or in the net what it's made of, but it's SK5 as far as I heard. So it's pretty good steel, but for some reason doesn't want to get the coating. So it's like light gray now, didn't want to be covered with beautiful patina, sorry. And well, I think that's all regarding these knives. So I recommend it to you to cover your carbon steel knives with vinegar, to cover them and see how it looks like. And you can always repeat the procedure if you need it. So it's really recommended to, let's say, change the looks of your knife this way and enjoy it. So you can play with these knives, especially that they are quite cheap, so you can do such things with them without any issues, and you won't damage them as well, because they are pre-resistant. The handles are alright, they don't mind taking bath in hot vinegar. So I tested it and nothing happened to knives and to handles, so it's safe. So that's all for today, and let's try to experiment on your own. Have a good day then. Cheers, bye.